Hello there, my fellow notebook aficionados, once more from Las Vegas during CES 2026. While this will be my last video before heading home, we still have more CES content in the works, but I still wanted to wrap the past few days with a video. Kind of as a summary for what we have seen here, but also to talk a bit more about my setup and also about all the tech that made our coverage possible. So I hope that's something that's interesting for you, as a bit more of a hands-on approach to talk about all the gear and laptops I bring with me on such trips to record and edit our videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. Well, what a week it's been, and by far the major new launch was from the folks over at Intel, who finally took the reps of Panther Lake, or well, Core Ultra Series 3 to keep things official here. And as I have already mentioned in our dedicated video, while there's still a lot we do not know about the real-world CPU performance, the new platform sounds impressive, especially for the higher-end X-series chips, betting on the fastest built-in GPU Intel was ever able to bring to market. That said, the success of laptops betting on the flagship versions of Intel's new silicon will depend on exactly two things: price and availability. And with everything going on right now in the world of tech, well, I really want to be optimistic here, but well, let's see. Of course, not everyone will want or need that much performance in their thin and light, so it will also be quite interesting to see how those lower-end SKUs will perform, and Panther Lake will also be paired with dedicated GPUs, so hopefully we will get a nice bump in performance, while the supposed efficiency gains will result in quieter gaming and creator laptops with longer battery life. And speaking of GPUs, unfortunately there is nothing new from NVIDIA apart from an update for DLSS, which is now on version 4.5, bringing you more performance with 6x MFG and some pretty awesome visual improvements when it comes to image quality. But be that as it may, there won't be that many new gaming laptops coming to market, at least not in the absolute high-end segment. So most of the updates we have seen have been limited to performance notebooks in the form of the usual suspects of those, let's call them gaming and creator hybrids. So of course there are new versions of the Zephyrus G14 and G16 with slightly redesigned chassis, new OLEDs and higher power limits. The Yoga Pro 9i is back with a refresh that looks very promising as well, and MSI also completely redid their Stealth 16, which could also be a great option for when you need something for both work and play, or simply want a subtly looking laptop for your favorite games. But yeah, the majority of our reviews will probably focus on more consumer or let's say mainstream laptops, which I'm actually looking forward to, since we really focused on gaming laptops last year because of the new 50 series cards. So it will definitely be a nice change of pace to look at a different segment of the market a bit more in depth, and hopefully cover the lower end price points a bit more as well. Again, Intel definitely stole the show at CES, but AMD also did announce a refresh for their Ryzen CPUs. But while we did see some laptop models around, first and foremost from ASUS, but also from Lenovo, especially in the form of the Legion 7A and 5A, and I'm quite excited about these two, it seems like the Ryzen 400 silicon is just a slight refresh. But we are still working on our detailed video, so stay tuned for that one. And while I'm at it, we have dedicated videos for most major manufacturers on the channel already. So if you want to have a more in-depth look at ROG's new dual-screen gaming notebook, Lenovo's rollable Legion concept, or the resurrected Dell XPS laptops, make sure to have a look around. Almost all of our videos we put up during the past few days have been edited on the ProArt P16 in its highest end config, and it was the perfect fit to get things out efficiently, especially thanks to that 5090 and 64 gigs of RAM, which gave me a super smooth editing experience and fast export times. As per usual, I have all of my files spread out across a variety of external SSDs, since I do not really like to keep things local in case I run into problems with my main editing machine. And to make sure I can connect everything without switching things around, I have this ROG dock with me you might have seen on the channel before. It's not the cleanest setup by any means, but it helps me to get the job done without anything getting in the way. Since I really do not like to travel with just one laptop, I also took the Acer Predator Trident 14 with me, since I'm working on the review for that one, and if you remember from our preview, this one is quite special since it combines Lunar Lake with a 5070 in a pretty well-made and small chassis. I had this with me whenever I was out and about, so I can reply to comments or take notes, and thanks to that 5070 it could also fill in, just in case I wanted to work on a timeline somewhere, or if, God forbid, something would have happened to the ProArt. And while it's not perfect, it's a nifty little machine, and I really like what Acer did with the chassis here, even though its position in the market when it comes to price and performance is a bit tricky, but we will talk more about that in our full review coming soon. In addition to the laptops, most of our content is recorded on the Lumix S5 IIX, still a great camera for both the talking heads and when being on the show floor. And speaking of our talking heads, I'm still using the first gen DJI wireless mics and this Amaran light tube for this very setup you are seeing right now. And while this sounds like a lot of stuff, and it definitely is, but everything still fits more or less either in hand luggage for the camera and laptops or in my checked luggage for pretty much everything else. So it's quite a streamlined overall setup. Alright, that should already be it. And again, there will still be a few videos and shorts here and there, but I wanted to wrap things here in Vegas properly. And also really wanted to thank you guys for watching our videos. I know there's a lot of stuff going up during CES, and it means a lot to me personally that you choose to watch our content. So give yourself a nice pat on the back, and with that, it's about time for me to get everything packed up again and be on my way back home. So the next time we will see each other, it will be in our usual setup. Again, thanks a ton for watching, folks. Let me know what you are most excited about for 2026, and do me the favor of leaving your like and sub. It helps us out tremendously to keep doing what we are doing. My name is Alex, you have been absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.